Om Asato Ma Sadagamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mityorma Amritagamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, lead us from unreal to real, lead us from darkness to light, lead us from death to immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace. This is the prayer for peace, which is the most wanted thing in human life. At the outset, I must thank Dr. R.L. Bhatia and the organizer for having invited me to this August gathering. Dear friends, today subject, that is mental health, is very important and also a burning issue. If you look around the world, you will find a lot of people are suffering from mental illness, and day by day the number is increasing. Today I have to speak on the subject how mental health can be maintained with the help of spirituality. Let me start with the realization of Bhagavan Buddha, the Lord Buddha. Lord Buddha, after his severe spiritual practices and deep meditation, had rightly pointed out that dukkham, dukkham, sarvam dukkham. The whole world is permeated with misery and suffering. In other words, we can say the mental depression, tension, stress and stress causing ill mental health. He rightly said, Bhagavan Buddha, what is the cause of misery or suffering? He realized that cause of suffering or misery is nothing but, in the Pali language, he had said, that is Trishna. Trishna means the desire, attachment, aspiration, expectation, so on and so forth. How this desire and attachment or aspiration bring misery or suffering to the people at large. Dear friends, if Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna has said very rightly that when desires, aspirations, expectations are not fulfilled, then come anger, and anger leads to delusion, and delusion leads to the sammoha, that is delusion, and from delusion comes the ruin of discrimination, and lastly he or she perishes. There is a wonderful chain of reaction. when desires are not fulfilled, expectations and aspirations are not fulfilled, then, and it happens, all of us, it does not happen only in case of Arjuna. It happens in everybody's life when our expectations are not fulfilled, or aspirations or desires are not fulfilled. You may raise question that as a human being should have or must have this aspiration or desire or attachment. Yes, but dear friends, too much of aspiration, expectation and desire and attachment is not good. Rather, it is dangerous. Anything excess, too much of anything, leads to disasters in anybody's life. That is why Bhagavan Krishna is telling Arjuna, Juktara Viharasa Jukta. Arjuna, Bhagavan Krishna is telling Arjuna, another way addressing the whole humanity. Bhagavan Krishna is telling that you must be moderate in eating, in enjoyment, in the state of wakefulness, sleep. Everything you must be very moderate. If you are not moderate in all these things, then what will happen? Then disasters may come in your life. And there's a person who practices moderation in eating, drinking, sleeping, working, then yoga bhavati dukhaha. And the yoga, it is a yoga that destroys the misery or suffering. Take the case of Arjuna. Arjuna was great warrior, best archer of his time. Those who have read Mahabharata and Bhagavad Gita. Dear friends, Bhagavad Gita is very strengthening, life-giving. Don't think the Bhagavad Gita is some poetical imagination or just a dry philosophy. No. The message of universal message of Bhagavad Gita is very strengthening and life-giving, there is no doubt about it. You take the case of Arjuna, who was a great archer of his time, a great warrior. He was not seen defeat in his life. But you will find in the Kurukshetra Yuddha, Kurukshetra war, he was totally depressed. Mentally, he was totally broken. And all signs and symptoms of depression and frustration were found in the life of Arjuna. Being a great warrior, an archer, he is telling Bhagavan Krishna that he will not fight. He wants to run away from the battlefield. A weakness overpowered Arjuna. And that weakness is nothing but the attachment. Attachment, Arjuna was so much attached to his kith and kin, his grandfather, the teacher, Acharya, his cousins who are fighting against him. So attachment is very powerful. There is no doubt about it. And attachment also brings weakness. And this attachment brought weakness in the life of Arjuna. And that is, Arjuna is telling that I will not fight, I will run away from the battlefield. He is telling, my whole body is trembling. I cannot speak, I cannot stand. The horripilation all over the body. These are signs and symptoms of an neurotic patient, the depressed, mentally depressed patient. Here you find the Arjuna is a psychiatric patient and Bhagavan Krishna is the best psychiatrist for all the time. And how Bhagavan Krishna removed the mental illness of Arjuna by not prescribing any kind of medicine. And you will find the end of the Bhagavad Gita that how Arjuna was pulled out of this mental disaster, ill mental health, and Arjuna declared that with your blessings, with your grace, Bhagavan Krishna, my all mental illness has gone, everything is gone. Now, I am ready to fight. I am ready to fight, and what you will tell, I will do it. Dear friends, how Bhagavan Krishna brought Arjuna out of this mental agony, mental suffering, mental illness. Bhagavan Krishna is telling Arjuna, Arjuna, you are a great archer, great warrior, Kshatriya. Give up this small-heartedness. Chodrang hridayovallang takto sthita parantapa. He reprimanded Arjuna, Bhagavan Krishna, and said, get up. Give up this all weakness, whatever you have. And takto sthita parantapa. Rise awake and fight. It is your duty. And slowly, Bhagavan Krishna awakened the strength and the nature of human being, the real nature of human being, that is divinity in human being. That is Swami Vivekananda used to say time and again. Each soul is the potentially divine, and the spirituality or religion is to manifest that divinity within. And Bhagavan Krishna tried his best to awaken this divinity in the life of Arjuna. And by different ways, Bhagavan Sri Krishna removed this all mental agony, mental illness, the depression, the schizophrenia, everything Bhagavan Krishna removed from the mind of Arjuna. And dear friends, when you do any work, you expect result of that work. It is quite natural. But if the result is not favorable, result is not up to the expectation, then what happens? We become depressed, we become frustrated, we become rejected and dejected. Dear friends, that is why Bhagavan Krishna telling Arjuna, it's a very beautiful verse of Bhagavad Gita. You must read Bhagavad Gita if you make your life strong and vibrant and strong. And Bhagavan Krishna is telling Arjuna, what he's telling, karmanyevadhikaraste ma phalesu kadachana. It's wonderful. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phalesu kadachana. Hey Arjuna, you have right to work, but never to fruit thereof. काम में आपका अधिकार है, लेकिन कर्म फल में आपका अधिकार नहीं है. इसी दृष्टि से, with this view, you must work whatever work is assigned to you. Otherwise, if you always expect or you always think of fruit of your action, then you will be in trouble. And it is quite true that always we are in trouble. What will be the result? What will be the result? What will be the result? You may raise question that without motivation, without expecting the fruit of action, how we can work. It is quite true. But dear friends, you have to understand the law of karma, the law of action. If you do good work, you will get good result. If you do bad work, you will get bad result. Nobody can stop it. Nobody can stop it. It is called, that is why it is said, always do good karma, the good action, elevating action. Do work for the welfare of others. If you do this, then what will happen? Then you will have peace of mind. You will have peace of mind. Dear friends, just when I was uttering the Vedic prayer, Sarve Bhavantu Sukha, I mean, Om, Santi, Santi, Santi. The peace, everybody wants peace. And I think, now not I think, I am sure, the peace is most wanted thing in human life. Everybody wants peace. Dear friends, if you want to have peace, when there is no peace, then you become mentally sick. So if you want to peace, calm mind, then try to work wherever you are with this view, with this attitude that your duty is to work. You are right, you have right to work, but never the fruit thereof. In this way, Bhagavan Krishna bringing peace and tranquility in the life of Arjuna. Dear friends, Arjuna was everything. Arjuna was everything, all power. Nowadays we tell the muscle power, money power, all power he had. The Arjuna had. But dear friends, why Arjuna then become a psychiatric patient? Why Arjuna become mentally ill, mentally imbalanced? Dear friends, this mental imbalance is an important point. Why? Because Arjuna was everything, all power, but unfortunately Arjuna was missing what is called Atma Balam, the power of Atman. In other words, we can say simply that Arjuna lost his self-confidence, self-reliance. Because he lost self-confidence, that is why Arjuna became mentally ill. So Bhagavan Krishna tries his best to bring back the self-confidence. In other words, we can say Atma Balam, the power of Atman in Arjuna. Dear friends, that is why Bhagavan Krishna has told time and again that fill up your mind with a positive thought, positive energy. What is positive thought and negative thought, or positive energy or negative energy? You must understand clearly. According to Swami Vivekananda, the great spiritual leader of the 19th century, he time and again said, the positive energy which brings strength, courage, valor, which makes you strong and vibrant and dynamic. And that energy is called positive energy, positive thinking. Don't fill up your mind with the negative thought, negative energy. And what is negative energy? What is negative energy? You must understand it. Negative energy is, Swami Vivekananda has said very clearly, the energy, the thought which makes you weak physically, intellectually, spiritually, morally. You reject that energy like a poison, Swami Vivekananda has said. Dear friends, so you have to fill up your mind with this positive energy, and Sri Krishna tries his best to put positive energy in the life of Arjuna. And by this way, Bhagavan Krishna treated Arjuna like a psychiatrist And not by giving any medicine or anything, no medication. Only by the central message of Bhagavad Gita, that give up this weakness, chicken-heartedness, and do what is called fight against Kaurava. Dear friends, so Bhagavan Krishna, how awaken the strength and vigor and all sorts of things in the life of Arjuna. And at last, how what I was telling, that Arjuna, at the end of the Bhagavad Gita, what Arjuna is telling, Nastamohe sitirilabdha tat prasadat mahachyuta. Try to understand this. Bhagavan Arjuna is telling, O Krishna, with the blessings of yours, my delusion, my mental weakness, I am free from any kind of mental agony or mental ill health, depression. Now I am free. Now I will fight against Kaurava or whatever he will tell. His Bhagavan, Arjuna is telling Bhagavan Krishna. And all of you know that Arjuna, with renewed energy, he became again the warrior, best archer of his time, and fought against Kauravas and won the battle. All of you know, dear friends. So, in this way, you can also develop, or you can also remove our mental agony, suffering, and we can make strong our mental health. With these few words, I conclude my speech, and I am very happy that World Congress HRD has invited me to this August meeting, and now the eminent speakers have come all from all over the world. They will enlighten all of us how to make our mental health strong and healthy. With these few words, again, I will wrap up my speech by quoting the famous Vedic prayer, that is, Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya. Let all be happy, let all be healthy. Namaskar, dhanyavad.